I have faith with Ospreay. So far, so good. It's only been a few weeks. Okada, I gotta be honest with you, I don't have a lot of faith at this point. And I don't completely hate the Elite, but I said this in the tweet that I put out last night, and I know you agree, and we can agree on this. The Elite nonsense is fucking awful. I'm sorry. I mean, maybe that's just my opinion, but like, dude, for 5 years now with this company, it was all about it's in the name. I know AEW, All Elite Wrestling, I get it. But like, they were on the same team. Then they were feuding. They had the melodrama with the Bucks and with Paige and then with Kenny, and then they reunited last year, and then they broke up again, and then Paige and Omega get fired from the Elite. Like, holy fucking shit. We need to stop this. It's just never ending. Like, why can't they all do their own thing without interacting with each other? That's my question. Are we going back on the Hangman heel turn? Is that where we're going to pretend that never even happened? I mean, I can't confirm that because we don't know what he's doing when he comes back. But you would think, based on the segment that we saw last night, that they're building to the Bucks against Paige and Omega again. Why? That doesn't make any sense. Omega should go on and do his own thing. I hated Omega with Jericho last year. That was fucking awful. But, like, this isn't much better. And putting Okada in the group, I will say this, as a pro, yes, it gives him a mouthpiece in the Bucks. And two, and I know he knows them and he's probably comfortable with them, whatever. We always figured he was going to AEW, so I'm not saying that's a problem. The WWE thing would have been far more interesting. And like you said, the cool thing is, yes, he also has plenty of feuds coming up with Eddie. They teased last night, probably beating him for that Continental Crown Championship for whatever that's worth, and facing Omega at some point, probably at All In. Great. It's a match we've seen before, not in a while. I'm looking forward to that. But where are we going from there, dude? And I think my big thing here that I want to ask you, or just tell you, I guess, really, is that coming off of that segment, Okada, to me, big pop when he comes out, turns heel. Everyone's like, oh, so shocking. Didn't see it coming. Doesn't make it good, though. Honestly, to me, I'm sorry. Doesn't make it good. I think it's fucking stupid. I really do. It didn't. To me, he joins the Elite, and he feels like less of an attraction. I feel like people might feel, and again, you're entitled to your opinion here, I feel like people and Tony Khan might feel that putting Okada with the Bucks makes them more bearable and helps them. To me, it hinders Okada. And I feel like you might agree with that as well.
I feel like at the end of the day, it does worse it makes me hate him more than I hate the Bucks. Like, I don't want to see them, so them associate with them, like you said, I guess it's like heat in a quotation, but they have like go away heat with me. It's not even,
me
like,
too, yeah.
It's not like I like boo them. It's like, get the fuck off my TV. It's fucking terrible. So, like you said, I think people, like you said, are excited. It's clearly, like you said, people saying like a new era, boom period, whatever you want to call it. But like you said, I mean, you're very critical, GSM. I don't watch your lip, but
I'm trying to be fair here.
I think the problem is people say, like, I think what they always fall back on, which, I mean, I guess they just keep always falling back to All Out. And it's like, okay, I get it. Great. Amazing. Da-da-da-da. But when it's not, like you said, it doesn't translate week by week. The shows have never done less, like, you see it every week, like the attendance is down every week. They're not running big buildings either.
Mm-hmm.
Some weeks they're running pretty small buildings and they can't even get it half full. So, I mean, next week they're going to be in Boston. I saw the reports, around 7,000. I was just there for a house show for WWE and they had about 10,000 people for a fucking house show. So, I mean, I get that. They're trying to get the momentum again, but I don't know what the difference is. Like you said, WWE's kind of thriving right now. Like, they are as hot as they've been in a long time. And, like, is every Raw great? No, but I don't know what they are doing differently. I just feel like they have a ton of stars, and like you said, they're not even wrestling every week. They're just talking, and people fucking lap that shit up. So I don't know if it's just they have a lot of stars, they just have a lot of interesting people or storylines going on. Like, I saw the other day, like, is Jey Uso the greatest wrestler ever? No, and I'm a huge fan of his, but they're saying he's the second highest merch seller right now for T-shirts. He's not even that, like I said, as an in-ring competitor, is he considered one of the best in WWE? Not even probably the top 20. But he is extremely over right now, and that's what works for them. And he doesn't win ever. He loses constantly in the most annoying fashion ever. His fucking dumb brother comes out, his fucking cousin. It makes me want to jump the rail and fight everyone. But guess what? Every week he comes out, he still gets a great reaction. I don't know what they're doing, but it works.
Yeah.
And I think it might be because their fans, like you said, like, that's what they enjoy, and the stories are there, and it is what it is. But that, I feel like that's the difference. Like, their attendance goes up every week, and they're doing great numbers and buy rates and revenue and all that businessy shit. And hopefully AEW can get there. But I just, like I said, I feel like right now everyone's talking about what's coming in, but, like, the end game, it just, we haven't seen it. We've seen all this time, like, oh, they brought this person, and they brought this person. Oh, this is the new change. This is the new game changer. Like I said, I just mentioned Jay White. Like, they brought him in, everyone was saying he's going to be the cat's ass, and he lost all his matches, and now he's in a meaningless group. He's just another one of the boys at the end of the day, so they just need Tony needs to just, I don't know, his booking just, to me, just sucks. It's just all hot-shotting, big matches, but there's no storyline week to week that makes Dynamite, like, must-see.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the problem. Like, people are like, oh, the pay-per-view matches are great. But, yeah, but they just, like I said, it's a lot of work rate and hitting a bunch of moves, and people get fucking giddy for that stuff, I guess. But, like, there's no story. Like, Swerve right now is probably the biggest star in AEW, and it's like, I feel like they're just going to blow right by him. Like, he's starting to lose the momentum a little bit. Like, now he's turning face, kind of. And it's like, I feel like with him, it's like, strike with iron hot. Like, he's fucking over. Like, do it. Like, I hope that when him and Joe face, he finally beats Joe, but I don't know. I just have, like, a gut feeling they're going to bypass him, and then he's going to be, like, in the Jay White spot, and it's going to suck.